Ever wondered how lifting heavy stuff actually makes your muscles grow? Like, you're just moving some metal around and somehow your body responds by getting bigger? Most of us were taught that you cause tiny tears in your muscles, your body repairs them, and they grow back stronger. Well, this idea is kinda outdated now. The real reason is a bit more complex. Let's talk about it. The real reason your muscles grow is much less about tearing and more about tension, specifically mechanical tension. Mechanical tension just means your muscles are being pulled or stretched while they're under load, like when you slowly lower a dumbbell during a curl. Think of it like stretching a rubber band when pulling against it. That stretch under tension is what tells your body, we need to upgrade this muscle. When your body detects this kind of stress, it responds with a chemical process called mechanotransduction, which is just a fancy way of saying your muscle cells are converting mechanical stress into a growth signal. That signal then activates mTOR, an enzyme in your muscles that basically flips the switch for growth. It tells your muscle cells it's time to build. And the deeper the stretch, the stronger the signal. Why? Because stretching under load activates more fibers and applies more stress to parts of the muscle that don't normally get hit. So your body sees that and thinks, alright, we need to reinforce this area for next time. That's what's known as hypertrophy, which is just when muscle fibers get thicker and stronger. It's also the reason why bodybuilding experts tell you that the eccentric part of the rep and getting a full range of motion is so important. That's the moment your muscles are stretched under the most tension, and it's one of the best ways to trigger growth. Another piece of the puzzle when it comes to muscle growth is metabolic stress. That burning feeling during high rep sets or drop sets, that's your muscle flooding with byproducts like lactate and hydrogen ions. While this isn't the main cause of growth, it does create a stress signal that can boost hypertrophy, especially when combined with tension. So, mechanical tension and metabolic stress are the mechanisms that tell your body to grow muscle. But how does that growth actually happen? Well, it doesn't happen in the gym. Working out is just the message. The growth happens afterward, especially while you're sleeping. This is where protein comes in. After your workout, your body uses amino acids from the food you eat to rebuild and reinforce your muscle fibers. These amino acids are linked together to form new muscle proteins, kind of like adding bricks to an existing wall, making it thicker and stronger. Hormones like testosterone, growth hormone, and IGF-1 help this process along. But if you're not eating enough, not sleeping enough, or training too often without rest, you'll actually prevent muscle growth, because you aren't giving your body the chance to rebuild and reinforce. But what about the whole damage equals muscle growth? The idea most of us were taught, is that actually a myth? Here's the thing, some damage does happen during workouts. You might get microscopic stress on the muscle, and that can play a small role in the repair process. But damage isn't required for growth, and too much of it can actually slow you down. If you push too hard and cause too much trauma, your body spends more energy healing than building. And soreness, the pain you get the next day that makes you feel like a truck ran over your legs, it doesn't mean your workout was better, it just means you did something your muscles weren't used to. So soreness isn't a sign of growth, it's a sign of novelty. And it fades as you get more trained. So no, you aren't tearing your muscles and waiting for them to be built back stronger. Instead, it's mostly about the tension caused when lifting weights, causing muscle growth signals to be released. Mix this with proper protein intake, rest, and patience, and you'll be looking like a gorilla. And all of that just from lifting things and putting them back down.